Students in the Eastern Cape have high hopes that the Government of National Unity will deal with the challenges they face at higher learning institutions. The students at the University of Fort Hare are optimistic that President Cyril Ramaphosa will touch on the difficulties in the sector in his speech when the opening of the 7th Parliament gets underway tonight. We now cross to SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies. Good afternoon, Abongile. What's the latest on your side?
Well, very good afternoon to you too. Well, the students here at the University of Fort Hare are waiting for the President's address with keen interest. They are hoping that they'll touch on issues relating to funding, accommodation, and the issues of students living with disability, particularly in this area of East London. And the students are saying that his speech should touch on issues that could create economic opportunities for them, such as job creation, so that they don't become those unemployed graduates. I've got two of them here. Let's bring them into the conversation. Thanks a lot for your time. The President will deliver his speech today. What are your expectations?
Thank you so much. This is Yomelelane Mabaso. I'm doing Bachelor of Social Science and Psychology. One of the expectations that I'm expecting from the President is with the issue of NSFAS and students being defunded in the middle of the year. There are a lot of students that go home during the course of the year because they won't be they will become defunded. And then also the issue of the laptops being distributed by NSFAS. The laptops are a certain number. They don't usually distribute to all the NSFAS beneficiaries. It will be simple that we know if you are an NSFAS beneficiary, you automatically get a laptop from the President. And also the President, if can increase the budget of the NSFAS so that every student can be catered, not this thing of student being funded this year and the following year not being funded. Thank you.
And as a student living with a disability, what challenges are you experiencing here at the university with regards to your situation?
Thank you for the question. One of the major things with that all the students with disability experience are the issues of infrastructure. The buildings, more of them are not accommodative to the students living with disabilities. If you go to residence, if you go to, and the funding is not enough, because if you know students with disability have special needs. So I think that if they can increase the funding for students with disabilities, and in all South Africa, if you can go, all the university will fund a student with disability. And also, I've never heard of a bursary that is catered for students with disabilities. I think things will be more easier if you can have a bursary that is only for students with disabilities, that will understand exactly what are the needs of the students with disabilities.
Thanks a lot for your time. Let's bring in this gentleman too, sir. As a student in a province that is... do you expect the President to touch on?
Thank you very much. My name is Lepong Osimtim Lekhalana. I'm a final year BCom Law student in the University of Fort Hare. What I expect from the President is basically simple. It's firstly investment mobilization in terms of getting more investment and investing its endeavors into making sure anti-corruption strategies are there to make sure that the implementation of these investment strategies and investment endeavors are implemented properly. And also number two is the investment in skills development and specifically vocational skills, so that people can come out of university or TVET colleges specifically to go and be able to find work and to be able to benefit in the economy. And number two, lastly, is the increasing or the better creation of jobs within the economy of South Africa, specifically the province of Eastern Cape, through the implementation of these projects that are going to be dispersed through the investment mobilization.
Gentlemen, thanks a lot for your time. Well, Anastasia, there you have it from the students at the University of Fort Hare, really bringing up what they would advise the President on issues of funding, as we mentioned earlier on, and that they would want to see change happening with regards to the applied, because they are saying that there are many unemployed graduates who hail from this university because of the lack of jobs here in the Eastern Cape.
Thank you so much to SABC News reporter Abongile Jantjies. Well, keeping with the same theme around the youth, Mpumalanga's youth unemployment remains high despite a promising mining, tourism and agricultural sector. Many young people would like to be prioritized in the new Government of National Unity. SABC News reporter Dumelo Machogo is in Barberton speaking to young people on their expectations of President Cyril Ramaphosa's address tonight. Good afternoon, Dumelo. Take us through what the youth are saying on your side.
Well, indeed, this is what the youth are actually been saying throughout this community, especially now here in Barberton. You remember this Barberton used to be a mining town, and there's still a lot of mining in this area, but the youth here, they're saying that they're not being prioritized, especially when it comes to youth, when it comes to jobs and also to job creation in the mining sectors and also agriculture. Remember that this province is also has a vast agricultural land that is also not being utilized. The youth are saying that they want to utilize those lands, and also to ensure that they also keep up with the economy, to ensure that the economy is being uplifted in this community. But they're also excited to hear what the president will be talking about tonight. But let's speak to some of these youth that are here. We'll start with Mncedisi. Mncedisi is one of the people that also live here in Barberton. Mncedisi, tonight the president is going to be speaking. What do you want to hear from the president, especially when it comes to issues that are affecting the youth?
When it comes to issues that are affecting the youth, I want the president to address more the part of how is he going to create jobs for the youth, how is he going to develop the youth, since like some of the youth people don't have jobs, and some did go to varsity but they come back, they still don't have jobs. I want him to address more on that issue, and also the issue of disabled people, especially the young ones who are disabled. They don't know where to go, they don't know where to go when they finish school, or when they eat. Like some disabled people are even at home. They what can I say? How can I put this?
They're just sitting at home, not doing anything.
Yeah, sitting at home, not doing anything. Some are hidden by their parents because they don't know where to go. Yeah. So I want the president to address more issues like that. Unemployment, especially with the youth and the disabled.
I know you are very involved with in terms of technology and all those kind of things. Just talk to us about what you want, because you say that you want to be involved with also when it comes to technology. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, since the world is developing right now, especially in the parts of the technology, I believe that disabled people can also work right now, especially with technology. Like work now doesn't require hard labor or anything. It requires very, very smart thinking people, especially with computers and everything. I believe that the disabled people and the youth can work, especially right now. The president can address more on that.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That was Mncedisi just speaking to us, but let's speak to Ntombi. Ntombi, you're also one of the residents here. You live in just outside Barberton. It's called Mjindini. Just talk to us about the issues, and also as a young person, what do you want the president to address you? I know you're only 24 years old, and also you also want to go and further your studies. Just talk to us about that.
As for iPresident namuhla njengaloku bese ibiyele eParliament, besicela ukuthi izivulele kakhulu amathuba emsebenzi. As for la kusuka khona eMjini Trust lapha bathoni sinenkinga yema clinics wethu akashane kakhulu nathi thina labanye lesihlala emkhathini. So another thing, there are 5 mines here lavaliwe, so besicela ukuthi nangaloko athashe afike lapho kakhulume ngetindzaba ukuthi singenda njani ukuze sithole amathuba emsebenzi nasema mines. Also ngendzaba yema police stations wethu, sinayi police stations, but then abakhona ukuthi basincedise cause ma police wethu mancane kakhulu. So besicela ukuthi laba buya ema university labafundzile labahleli nama certificates, besicela ukuthi azivulele amathuba emsebenzi.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Ntombi is just saying that they want the president actually to talk about job creation of jobs, especially now there used to be a lot of mines in this area, and also now they want that the mine to actually be the mines to be open, because they're saying that about 5 mines were closed here in this area, but they want those mines to actually be open so that they can also be job creation. Also saying that in the area where she is from in Mjindini, they have a lot of issues, especially when it comes to water. They don't have enough water there, but also saying that the police stations and the clinics are far from them, so they want the police actually to be beefed up, especially here in Barberton, because they don't have a police station in Mjindini, so they have to travel about 15 kilometers to come to Barberton to actually access clinics and also a police station. But let's speak to another gentleman. He's also one of the youth here. I know you want to be involved with AI and also the technological side of things. You want to introduce youth to those kind of things. Just talk to us about what do you want the president to talk about, especially tonight, that he's going to be addressing, and also in particular the youth when it comes to technology and all those kind of things.
Yeah, I think this is the 54th Parliament, which there's been a lot of talk So this time around, we think there must be accountability and action from the side of the president. But I think there are 4 key areas, which one is safety and security. Without safety and security across the country, economy cannot take place. There won't be investment. Number 2, the issue of accountability in terms of the Department of Justice. People who have stealing funds and who are misusing funds for government must be arrested and action must be taken. So coming to the issue of skills development, we need skills development and reindustrialization in terms of innovation, which will assist young people to enter into the space, particularly those who are sitting at home because they have skills and capabilities, but they don't have a platform in which they are going to participate. So if through the Ministry of Innovation, they can come and prioritize the 4th Industrial Revolution. Now we are moving to the 5th Industrial Revolution, but we are lagging behind as a country. So it is a duty of the communications and other areas. And the issue of inclusive, which is number 4, inclusive participation into the economy. Each province should participate in terms of what they can produce and do what we call a capacity building so that everyone can be involved. Like your issue of the mining around Barberton, as the organization even ourselves, we have capacitated a lot of people in terms of mining, small scale mining, but you see the ministers in terms of passing those bills, they are lagging behind. So we need government to involve us, even come directly as a president to visit these areas and talk to us who are in the space with registered organization that can create employment for other young people in the area.
Thank you so much. The youth here in Barberton, they have spoken. They're saying that they want job creation to be created in this area, especially that we know that Barberton has been known for mining and also agriculture. They're saying that they want the president to address issues of unemployment, the issues of safety and security. You remember that Barberton is also one of those areas that is riddled with crime. So they want those issues to be addressed. Back to you, Anastasia.
Thank you so much to Dumelo Macho.